Now, in this video, we will going to take up how to construct the cam profile and for the knife edge follower. With first, let us consider for the displacement diagram. So the problem reads as a knife edge follower lift is 50 mm, base circle radius is 50 mm, outstroke with simple harmonic motion for 60-degree cam rotation, while dwell for 45-degree cam rotation, and the return stroke with simple harmonic motion for 90-degree cam rotation, and the dwell for the remaining period. Construct the cam profile. Assume cam and follower thickness is 15 mm and it is radial. Before actually going for the actual construction of the cam or actual simulation, the cam with a knife edge follower, first I need to write the displacement diagram. To construct the displacement diagram, we will going to consider the lift, which is 50 mm, and in that you have a simple harmonic motion for the forward stroke, that is outstroke, and then remain dwell period for 45-degree cam rotation at the lift of 50 mm, and then it comes down to the base circle radius with a simple harmonic motion for 90-degree cam rotation, and the rest of the period is becomes the dwell. So to do that, first I need to go for the fusion. Now I will go for click on new component. Then I will create the component by name cam and say OK. Then I need to go for a sketch. Click on sketch, click on this front plane. Then I will start constructing the cam profile. That is the displacement diagram for the cam profile. So now to do that, now I will take some position here. I will go for a line. First, I need to construct by using the construction circle. That is basically because the construction circle will not be considered for your model. So I'll just go to the construction, select some arbitrary point, and then draw a vertical line of any length. Then I will go for dimension, select this line and give the dimension as 50 because the lift of the cam is for 50 mm. So then, and here, this is the lift what he's talking about. Then you have the simple harmonic motion for 60 degrees. So let us take this scale as for every 10 degree you will going to have 10 mm. That is 1 degree will be equal to 1 mm. So that is the consideration what I'm considering. So that when we are dividing it into a number of segments, at that time also you will going to get a round figure. So if you have 60 mm divided by 6 is 10, then 45-degree is cam rotation, which will be it's same. There will not be any division. And then when you're going for 90-degree cam rotation, so in that case you can go for uh, either you can take 10 degree or you can take 15 degree also. It is 10 degrees the best, and then for 90-degree it will going to be 90 mm. So when you want to divide that 90 mm into 6 segments, you will going to get around 6, so that 15, so that you will be able to correctly we will be able to do it. So that is the reason why for every 10 degree I will going to take 1 mm or 10 mm is my scale. Now to do that, I will go for a line command. Here, since I'm already in the construction, you just click on that horizontal line and draw this. So now I'll go for dimension of this. I will take 360 because for every 10 degree it will be this 10 degree is 10 mm. So for 360 degree it is 360 mm. Now I need to divide this. So I will go for the line command. Okay, then draw a line from this point, any arbitrary point. I will draw a line, first line. Then I will consider one more line here of any length. Then I will consider this one more line here. Then lastly, I will going to consider the last line, which is this, which is of at 360 mm. Now I need to go to this. So first outstroke is 60-degree cam rotation. So I will go for First, I will take all the height will going to be equal of 50 mm. You just click on this and click on this. This constraint equal. Again, go to constraint, say equal. Select this line and this line. Then again, go to constraint, say equal. Select this line and this line. Again, go to constraint, say equal. Select this line and this line. Now we have divided this into outstroke, dwell, return stroke, and dwell. Now then he says for every 60-degree rotation, which is the cam rotation. So now I have divided this segment into, I want to take the dimension now, which is 60 mm. So first is between these two, you should have 60 mm. So I will go to select this and I will drag it out. I will go for dimension between this line and this line. How much it is? 60. So you take 60 degree. Then between these two, it is 45. Between these two, you take 45. Then between these two, again it is 90. 90. The rest of the period is 165. You select between these two, you're going to get 167. Then you draw this line from here to here. We complete this sketch. Okay. So once you do that, I will remove the constraints of this so that you'll be able to clearly, we can see. Similarly, I can remove the dimensions also by disabling it so that the dimension is removed. Now I will go for create, go to arc, select center point of arc. So select this as the midpoint of this line and take this arc from here in counterclockwise direction. Then I need to divide this arc into 6 equal segments. So to do that, I will go for create. Okay. Then go to circular pattern, select this line, then take the center point, select on the center point, click on this as the center point. So you want the distribution is partial. So the angle is 180 degree. The number of segments which you want is 7. So that means you're going to get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then say OK. Then go to trim, select this entire portion here so that you'll remove the extra portion here. So once you do that, now I need to divide this into 6 equal number of segments for the outstroke. So again, I'll go for create, go to pattern, there is a rectangular pattern, select this line, okay. Then go to distribution, which is spacing. So quantity, I want 6. And then the distance between each lines is 10 mm. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the quantity in the other direction is 1. So you're going to get OK. Similarly, I want to divide this also into 6 number of segments. Again, go to create, go to rectangular pattern, select this line, then go to spacing. So here, quantity is 6. Since it is 90 mm, 90 by 6 is 15. So you give 15. So the total number of segments is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Now we have divided both. Then I need to construct the remaining period as well. So you need not to worry about that. I will go for line. Then you take the end point. First point is this. So you leave it. Then you go to line. Take end point of this to perpendicular to this. Escape. Then again you go to line. Select this end point to perpendicular to this. Okay. Then go to line. Select this end point and draw perpendicular to this or midpoint, whatever it is. Okay. Then go to line, select endpoint and draw perpendicular to this. Then go to line, select this endpoint and draw perpendicular to this. Okay. Now I need to trim these portions because it's a dwell period. So there is no need for us to have this. Then once you do that, now I take from this point, I will go to this intersection point. Okay. So since I want to go to that, I will go for trim, select this point and remove the rest of the things here. That is not required. Okay. Then you come to this point. So I'll go for a trim, select this line, and then remove all other things here. Not required. Then afterwards, again go to trim, select this point, and then go to select and remove these things. Again go to trim, select this line, and again you go to select and remove this. And go to trim, select this, and the remaining portion it is there as it is. Now I want to come to this side. Again you go to trim, select this line, you come to this and then to this and then to this. Now again go to trim, select between these two. Okay, then select between these three. Then of course you select it here and then go to delete this line. Okay, now we have all these things. Now I need to draw the profile now. So to do that, I'll go for fit and remove construction, and I'll go for endpoint to this 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 endpoint and to this endpoint. Then press enter key. Now we have the cam profile which has been generated for the outstroke. Similarly, I want to get for the dwell period. Again, you come down to this. So we have the dwell period there for 45 degree. Then I want to take this to the downstroke, that is the return stroke. Again, go to cam profile, select spline. So you take endpoint of this to endpoint of this to the endpoint of this to the endpoint of this to this endpoint to this endpoint to this endpoint. Enter. Now we have the return stroke also. Then the rest of the period is 12. So that means you're going to get the same line at the to the base circle. So from this you have endpoint till to here. So this is the displacement diagram for a cam profile, which we're going to show with the dimensions. So this is actually the one which you need to consider now. So once you do that, again I will go for removing the dimension. So we have all these points now. Now what I want is, I want this line, I want this line, I want this from here to here and this to here to here. So to do that, I will go for a trim, select this line which is not required. Then again, I will go for trim, select this, and you remove the balance that is from here. And also you remove this line. Again, you come down to trim, select this line, and you remove this portion. It's not required. Again, you go to trim, select this line, and remove this extra portion. Then again, you go to trim, select this portion, and keep it here. The remaining portion is not required. Okay. And of course, since it is the same on the other side, so there is no need for you to do this experiment because I'm taking only the vertical distance. Now I want to come to this. So we have everything is ready. Now we will go for the base circle radius is 50 mm. So I will go for sketch, go to circle, select this point, and I will go for dimension. So what is the dimension? I want the base circle radius is 50. So the diameter is shown. So I'll give diameter as 100. So this is the base circle. I want to have the inner circle, and I will do that at a later stage. We will first we're going to construct the cam profile. So then I will go for line. You select this vertical line. So I will go for construction. You select this line and construct this point. Then I need to draw 60 degrees because since we have divided that into 6 segments, here also I need to divide. So I will go for line, select some arbitrary point and then draw a line. Then I need to consider this dimension. So here I will go for a trim, select this, and then I will go for dimension between these two. What is the angle? It will be 60 degrees. Okay. Then go to line and draw one more inclined line. Go to line, select this line and draw this. Then go to dimension between these two. So what is the angle, which is 45 degree? Select this. And again, you go to trim this portion. Again, from here, you draw one more line of any angle. Then go to dimension between these two. What is the dimension? It should be 90 degree. So type 90. Then you go for a trim. The rest of the things will going to be 135 degree, 165 degrees. So go to dimension between these two. So you're going to get it as 165 degrees. So this is how you will be able to divide the base circle according to outstroke, dwell, return stroke, and dwell. So now, since we have divided this outstroke into 6 equal number of segments, here also I need to divide this into 6 equal number of segments. So to do that, I will go for create. I will go for a circular pattern, select this line and take the center point. And here the distance is partial and give the angle as 60 degrees. And now I want to divide this segment into 7 segments. So I want it in this side, you just give minus 60. So now we have all these points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 segments. Okay. Now once you do that, now I need to come to this segment side. Again, go to create, go to circular pattern, select this line and go to center point, select this, then partial, take this partial and take the segment as 90 and total number of segments is 7. So now I want it on minus 90. Okay, it comes here. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have these points. So once you do that, now from this base point, I need to take these lengths. How to do that now? We'll go for a line, select some arbitrary point, and then draw a line. Okay. Now I will go for coincident, select this point and this point. So it comes to this. Again, go to constraint, take collinear, select this line and this line. So both line will going to become the same. Now I will go for constraint, select equal, select this line with reference to this. So both will be having the same length. Now we will go for the next one. So again you go for a line, select some arbitrary point, then go to coincident, select this line and to this line. Okay. Then go to constraint, say collinear, select this one and this one. Now you go to constraint, select equal, come down to this line with reference to this. Again, go to line, select some arbitrary point, then draw one more line, and then go to constraint, select this point and to this point. So go to constraint, where is that? Coincident, select this point with reference to this, it's already there. Now you go to constraint, select collinear between this line and this line. Now, after second one, I need to go to the third one. So you go to constraint, select equals, select this line with reference to this. So then again go to line, select some arbitrary point and then draw a line of any length. Again go to coincident, this line with reference to this. Then go to collinear, select this line with reference to this. So we have 1, 2, 3. That means 1, 2, 3. Now we want to go for the fourth one. So go to constraint, select equal, 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth one. What I want. 1, 2, 3, fourth one. Select this line and you select this line. Fourth one is over. Then I want to go for the fifth one. That is this one. So again go to line, select some arbitrary point and then draw this line. Again go to coincident, select this line and this line. Okay. Then again go to collinear, between this line and this line. Now we have this. So which is the next point? I want to take this point, go to constraint equal. You select this line with reference to this. Okay. Then I want this line. So to do that, I will go for a line, select some arbitrary line, go to coincident, select this point with reference to this. Sorry. Go to coincident, select this line, point with reference to this. And then go to collinear between this line and this line. Then we have go to constraint, take equal now between these two. Okay, you select this line with reference to this. Okay, now you go for dimension. Just check whether you have 50 mm or not. Yes, you have 50. So here also you have 50. So that is how you will be able to get this outward profile. Then I want to go for a line. I will draw one extra line here. Then again you go for a coincident on this. Okay, with reference to this. Okay, then go to collinear between this line and this line. Okay, now you go to constraint, take equal, select this line and this line. So both will be equal. Now I want to do the other half. Okay, so to do the other half, so this is exactly the same as the previous, that is this case. So I will try to do that now. I will go for a line, select some arbitrary point and then draw a line. Go to coincident, select this line point with reference to this. Then go to constraint. You go to collinear between this line and this line. Then go to constraint, go to equal, select this one with reference to this. Now we have this now. Similarly, you go to line, select some arbitrary point. Like this, you draw. Select this coincident point with reference to this. And then go to collinear, this line with reference to this. Okay. Then 1 and 2, this is third one. So I'll go for constraint, go to equal, select this line with reference to this. Okay. Then again you go for a line, select some arbitrary point and then draw a line. Go to coincident between this point and to this point. Then go to constraint, collinear, select this line with reference to this. Now I want to 1, 2, 3 is over, 1, 2, 3, and now I want to go for equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Select this one and this one. Then you go for a line, select this some arbitrary point, then go to constraint, that is coincident, select this point with reference to this. Now you go to collinear between this line and this. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I want the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth one. So you go to equals, select this line and this. Again, you go for a line, select some arbitrary point and then drop a line. Again, you go to constraint, select this one with reference to this. Okay. Then go to collinear between this line and this. Now I want to go for this equals. So go to equal, select this line and equal to this you take. Okay. Now we have all the profile has been done. Now I want to create the profile. So go to fit on spline. You take endpoint to this endpoint, to this endpoint, to this endpoint. Sorry. Go to spline, select, remove the construction, take endpoint to this and to this, to this, like this. You construct this profile first. Okay. Now once you do that, now I want to go for this. Again, you go for create, go to arc, take center point of arc, select this line to this endpoint to this endpoint. Okay. Then again, go to spline, select this endpoint to 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 this endpoint and enter. Now, this is the profile what I need to construct. The rest of the things is your uh, dwell period, which is having the base circle. Now I will go to trim this extra portion here. Okay, similarly on this side. Okay, take this extra portions and remove it. Now you go for select this one, go to select this entire thing, and you delete this. Once you have the circle, the base circle, then I need to construct the keyhole, that is the shaft where I need to insert. I will go for a circle, select some point, go to dimension, select this, give the dimension as 25. Okay. Then go to construct, go to concentric, select this and you select this. We have this. Again, in this, we need to construct the one more thing of which is of a hole diameter, that is go to circle, select this and go to diameter, take the dimension as 40 mm, then go to constraints, so go to concentric between these two. Okay, you have this. Now I want to construct a keyway. To construct a keyway, I will go for create, go to rectangle, take the three center point rectangle, select this and you draw the rectangle. Okay, once you do that, so here we have the dimensions which I want to take it. Go to dimension, select between these two, you take this dimension as 5. Okay, then I want to give the dimension of this, I will give 32. Okay, then I wanted to remove some of these things now, which is those things which I want to remove. I will go for a select, I want to remove this line, yes, that is not required. And similarly, I don't want this line, to remove this. Okay, then I want to go for a trim, select this portion and to this portion and you select this line. Okay, and similarly you select this line. Once you do that, the rest of the things is not required, so I'll go to select this line and delete it, you select this line and delete, and you select this line and delete. So this is how the actual cam profile with the cross section which we're going to be able to obtain. Now once you do that, now I need to go for a finish sketch and then go to 3D view. Now I want to draw the, I will take this profile now. So to do that, I will go for a sketch. Okay. Now I will take the cam profile having the following thicknesses, which is 15 mm. So I will go for, go to extrude, select this profile. Okay. And I will take the distance as 15 mm. Okay. So give symmetric and take the total distance as 15 mm. You give the dimension as 15 on either side. So this is the one which will going to be considered. So I will say, I will just enable the sketch here. And now I will go for extrude, select this profile and go to distance. Okay. Sorry, go to one side, make it symmetric. Click on this side, the whole length, you take it. So this is 15 mm thickness. So I will take 5 mm projection on either side. I will take 15, 25. Okay. Now I will just click on new body and say okay. Once you do that, so this is the actual cam profile which we have created. Now I will disable the sketch. Now I will go for the main body, that is cam follower knife edge, and I'm enabling it. Now I will go for a new component. Click on the new component as a follower. Now I will write this name as follower and then click on OK. Once you do that, a follower will going to be highlighted. Now I will go for a sketch. In this follower, I will create the knife edge follower now. I will create the profile. So to do that, I will create the follower actually. I'm modeling it. I will go for project and click on P. Now you just click on this line, okay, and say okay. Now we have this line, and now you go to line. I'll create a knife edge follower. I will just click on this and I will take this dimension, and similarly I will take this on this side and take it on the other side and say okay. Now I will go for horizontal or vertical. This point and this point I will keep it horizontal. Then I will go for dimension, select between these two and give the angle as 90 degrees. Okay. Then you give this dimension, which is, I will take it around 10 mm. Okay. Then I will go for distance between these two. I will just go to this, I will delete this, go to dimension between this line and this line. You take this dimension as 5. So we have this. Now everything has been constrained. Only thing is I need to constrain the height. I'll go for dimension between this and this. Give the dimension as 160, 160 or okay, 160. I'll give the dimension as 160 from here. Okay. Then I will go for a finish sketch and go to extrude. Go to extrude. Select this and give the symmetric distance and take the entire thing for a distance of 15 mm. So this is the knife edge and click on new body and say OK. Now once you do that, now I have created the knife edge follower. Then after that, I need to create the shaft. So to go to shaft, again you go for the cam follower knife edge and you activate this. Now you just go to new component and type the name of the new component as shaft and say OK. Once you do that, now the shaft has been created. Again, I will that be going automatically it will going to be activated. So in this shaft, I want to create the shaft now. The shaft profile is already been created. So I will go to cam, enable the sketch. Okay, click on this and you click on shaft. Now we have created the profile is already there. You just go to extrude, select this inner profile and again give the symmetric distance. Now I will select it on this side. And what is the dimension I want? I want the dimension for the shaft still here. So I will go for this dimension and take the distance as 25. Okay. So it will come up to this particular distance, 25, and say, click on new body. Okay. Observe here, we are in the shaft and say, okay. Once you do that, you will going to have this component. And again, you disable the sketch. It's not required now. Once you do that, the shaft has to be extended now. So I will come down to this. I will rotate this further. Okay. Now I will go to create, click on cylinder, or you can take the shaft itself. I mean, draw a circle and then extrude. That also can be done. You just click on this face where I want to create a shaft and then place the center. Oh, I've taken the wrong side of the sketch. Okay. So here I will go to create, go to cylinder, click on this face, click on this face, select this face and take the diameter as 25. Click on this and give the distance as 180. Take some distance so that you will have join, you say okay. Now we have the shaft of this. Now it has become a single line shaft. Now I want to create the base now. So to do that, I will again uh, minimize this. Now I will go for knife edge, enable this, then go to new component, select, type it as base and activate that as the component. Then you say okay. Now the base has been highlighted. Again, I go for a sketch, click on this face of this. Now I will go for project, okay, select on this face and say okay. Now I want to create a handle. I will go for rectangle. You select this rectangle here and take any suitable dimension of dimension. You take this as 5 mm, okay, and you take this distance as 40 mm, okay. Then you take the dimension from here to here, give the distance as 60, okay. Then after that, I need to take the uh, support for the, I need to get a support from this to the follower now. I will go for line. I will take the midpoint of this line and draw a vertical line, okay, and give the dimension from this as 160, okay. Then you take this line from here, take this dimension, dimension is 80, okay. Select this and you come to this, go to fillet, select this radius and give 30, okay. Then go to finish sketch. Now you go to 3 dimension. Now you come down to this, go to revolve, select this face and this one and select the axis as this one and new body, yes, full, yes, click on this. Now we have the new body. Again, you go to sketch, enable the sketch. Now you go to create, then go to pipe. Select this as the path and then you give the dimensions distance 1 and 20 and you go for join or go to new body and you click on this, okay. Now we have created this new body here. Once you do that, now I want to go for this rectangle. I need to create one more support for this. Now we have created a support for only between the shaft. Now I need to get a support for this, okay. To do that, I will go for construct. I want to create a plane there, plane at an angle. Select on this path, that is the line. So it creates a line and it is acting for the angle. Do you want any angle? No, I want horizontally. So angle is 0. Then you go to sketch, click on this sketch now. Now we have the top plane here and then go to switch off the cam profile and also the shaft, okay. Once you do that, now we have the plane. Go to project, select this entire thing, okay. This is the one what we have created for the follower and say okay. Now then what I need to do, I need to create this offset. Select this one and give the dimension as 5 mm on the either side. So you have the support here and then say okay. Then you go to finish sketch, go to 3 dimension. Now we have enable this shaft and also this cap. Once you do that, now I want this extrusion. You select this extrusion to a depth of symmetric on either side for a length of 20. We will going to get, or we will going to get it as 30 also. You can take whatever the distances you want, okay. And I will say join or go to new body. Once you do that, I will have this point. Now once you do that, now I need to combine. So I will go for modify, click on combine, select this and this and this. Okay. Join this and say keep tools. Okay. Now we have everything has been combined here. Now, this is how we will be creating all the parts. Once you create all the parts, then uh, now you have go to cam, select this. Now each one is different now. If you just go to select this portion, it is coming out. Okay. This portion is coming out. This portion is coming out. This portion is coming out. So all these things are different now. Okay. All these things are different. Now I'll go for revert position. Now first I need to fix any one of the uh, uh, component. So to fix this component, first I need to fix this base. So here, if you see none of them are grounded, I will just go to base, right click, ground to parent. I will click on this now. The base is fixed. Previously, when we have selected, we were able to select this. Now you can see this part is removing, this part is moving, and this part is moving. Now you cannot move this. So this is the how, because that is the base is grounded now. So I will go back to the revert position. Now I want to establish a relationship between this one and this. So to do that, go to assemble, go to as built joint, select this face and this slider, and then snap this particular portion. Okay, you select this point. There are 2 points here. If you observe, there are 2 points. I need to select this center of the shaft. So this is actually, it is sliding, but what I want is it should be rotating. So you go to motion, go to revolute. Now you can see it is revolution is taking place. Then you say okay. So this is the first part. So then I need to have a rigid between this one and this one. So to do that, go to assemble, go to as built joint, select between this part and this part, and you make that as a rigid one. So go to rigid and apply the motion between these two. Okay. Say okay. So these two becomes rigid. Now I need to establish a relationship between this and this now. Because previously, if you see, now this is the one which is going out and this is fixed. So I want to establish a relationship between these two. Again, I will go for assemble as built joint, select this one and also this one. And I want to give a slider motion. In which direction I want the slider? I want the slider to be in the vertical direction. You just click on that particular axis. Now the slider is moving in this vertical direction and say okay. So now we have all the parts have been set. That means all the relationship has been established. Now I will go for a revolute. Click on animate joint relationship. Now it will moves only in these two directions. But the problem is, so we were able to get the relationship between the shaft and the cam. Okay. Now I need to establish a relationship between the cam and the follower. So to do that, I will just go for assemble, enable, enable new contact set. Once you get this basic components, I will select this one and this one, and I will say okay. Now I will go for this 1 minute. Control Z. Okay. So here rigid. So I want to establish a relationship between, oh, now I have removed this. Okay. Go to revert position. So here I will establish a relationship again. I will just go to assemble, go to as built joint, select this one and go to slider, select this on this line. So the slider has been established between these two and say OK. Okay. Now I will go for this animate joint relationship. So we were able to get this. But now I want to establish a relationship between these two now. So to do that, now I will go to assemble, go to enable contact sets. Okay. Then you have the contact sets. Right click on contact set, establish a new contact set. Between what? Between this and this now. And say OK. Now I will go for revolute and go to animate joint relationship. Now it is moving in this, but it is not coming down. See, basically why it should is happening is, so we are trying to get a relationship between, and I have established a contact between the cam and the follower. But the problem is, as we rotate this, as the cam is rotated, the follower should be always be in constant mesh or a constant touch with the cam. That is, the follower should always have a surface contact with the cam. So to do that, I will just go to this slider, double click on this slider, and this sliding motion has to be in constant touch with the cam. So I will enable this rest. Click on the rest and then you say OK. Once you do that, now you go for revolute, go to animate joint relationship. Now you can see it is moving and again it is coming back. So this is how you will be able to establish the relationship between the cam and the follower of the knife edge with the radial one. Now after doing that, now I need to I need to give all the parts with a different colors. So to do that, I will go for appearance. Okay. Take the paint, then go to glossy. Now first I will go for yellow on this face, that is the cam. Then I need to, again I will select this for this particular component, that is also with the cam. Then I will establish a relationship on the shaft. Okay, now we have the shaft. And then I want a base on this. So thorough base on which I will select on this side also. Okay. Then on this side also. Okay. Once you have this, I need to establish this one for this blue color on this. Okay. Now we have all the things have been set. I will say close. Then cam, follower, shaft, and base. All these things have been given. Now I will go for, again, go to relationship, click on revolute, go to animate joint relationship. Now you can see the manner in which it is sliding. So I will take the front view. Then you can see that is the manner in which it is sliding and then it is going back. So this is the forward stroke, dwell, and dwell. Forward stroke, forward stroke, dwell, return stroke, and dwell. So this is the manner in which you will be able to animate the cam follower relationship for the knife edge with radial positioning.